Hello everyone, welcome to a little Battlefield 4 gameplay commentary video. We're going to go back old school for me. Now, I used to do mostly, commentaries over gameplay, which means you're doing your commentary after the fact, after the gameplay's recorded, and talking about things. And I haven't done that for a long time. A lot of my stuff in the last couple of years have all been live. Like, it's what you hear is what you get as it's live action. So, we're going to do this one a little bit different. There's a lot of stuff to talk about right now in this game. And I haven't talked much, I haven't posted many videos on Battlefield 4 yet, just because of a lot of these issues that we need to talk about. Issues and other things. Some of the stuff is me just getting used to playing on PC, from release, a title, trying to rank up and trying to get into a position to where I can, comfortably play the game, do well, and show you guys some fun stuff or some informative information on the game. So let's start with, there's a few things that I really, really want to talk about. And we'll get to, obviously, the game's got a lot of bugs right now. Okay, we're going to get to that stuff a little bit later. I don't know how long this is going to go, but we'll get to that stuff a little bit later. What I want to talk about first is, there's the hot topic between PCs and consoles, right? A lot of people talk about it. There's a lot of videos that I've heard, obviously a lot of information in comment sections and different things like that. But some interesting things that I never hear about in this argument is the things that bug me the most. Which, I don't know if does that make me unique or just weird? It could be either one. But here, let me tell you some of the stuff that I think that bug me about PC. First of all, I love it, right? I love PC. I mean, that goes without saying. I have 4 PCs. I build them for a hobby, But when you're trying to play multiplayer game such as Battlefield 4 on PC versus a console, all right? The trying to get together with your friends and squad up and get into the same game, the same server, and be on the same side is a pain in the butt. It's like a nightmare. And the reason why I say this is I'm speaking from a point of my frustration is I have such a limited window of playtime, right? I always talk about it. I work all day and I've got 2 channels that I, make videos for. You Always Win and Meatwagon 22. So I have got a window of time that I make videos for both those channels. Then I have a very small window to play a game like this, like Battlefield 4. And right now, this is Saturday morning where I'm doing this commentary. Saturday morning, November 2nd. I'm at the height of my frustration because the weekend came, the first weekend after the game released. I don't have to work. It's my days off. I'm going to play what I want to do, which is go and enjoy and have some Battlefield 4 action and fun. And I was looking forward to it all week because I couldn't stay up super late because I got to get up, go to work. I can't. There's just all these limitations. So here I am last night, Friday night, and there's server bugs and crashing, and it seems like it's worse than ever. And it's like, no, this is my time. This is my time that I can play, right? So I'm trying to relay the frustration level that I'm at. It's like I actually got upset in game last night. It's very rare I do that. Especially, I'm upset because this is a game that I want to play so bad, right? If I didn't want to play it, if it didn't have the potential to be incredible, then it wouldn't matter. But it does have the potential, and I do really, really want to play it. I'm not trying to say that, I'm looking forward to this. I'm so excited. No, it's here, and it's legit. I want to play, but it's having a lot of issues. So let's go back to what I was talking about. I've played consoles for a lot of years, and now I've played PC for about 3 years, right? But I haven't played PC where you are playing multiplayer games like this a lot. Now, when you're playing like on Steam and you're going to play like co-op, say you're going to play zombies, like, zombies for PC, or Left 4 Dead 2 for PC, and you join up through the Steam client, server, whatever, and you get in the game, that stuff works perfect. Obviously, it's not multiplayer. You get in, no problems. I have no issues at all. I actually think it's very smooth. It's as good as console when it comes to, getting together with your friends. But this stuff here, having to, like, I go join a server, these guys join off me, and sometimes a lot of times it's like, nope, can't get on you, server's full. Can't do this, server's full. Can't do that. Oh, I got in. Wait, I'm on the other team. So it takes all this time, and that's why I went off on the tangent about time, is now here we are, like, say, a half an hour, 45 minutes in. Say once we get online, different people start popping online over a short period of time. Say we're going to tell everybody, we're going to play at 7 p.m., so we get on, people start to get on, then we start to try and get into a game, and it literally could take an hour. It could take an hour before we could all be, and I'm talking about a squad of 3, 4, 5 people, say 5 people, and it could take an hour from our projected start time to that we're all in the same server, we're all in the same side, and we're all in the same squad. Now here we are an hour later, right? And I'm trying to set up the scenario for you guys to feel my pain. And I know you guys are going through the same stuff, but it's painful for me because, again, I have such a limited amount of time. A, I want to play the game. B, I want to make videos on the game. And I've gone a whole week with, 30-second video I put up with the RPG thing. It's frustrating for me. It's very frustrating for me. So, we're like in an hour into this bad boy, right? And we finally get together. And this is where I'm going to transition to the talk of some of the issues. Look at these transitions. So we finally get in. We're an hour in. We've squatted up. We're on the same server. We're on the same team. We're in the same squad. Let's say a fresh conquest game. Because we'll talk about that too. A fresh conquest game just started. We're ready to go. We go in there and we start kicking butt. I'm capping flags. I find that in conquest, for me to score points and stuff like that, it's more about getting over and finding the area maybe where there's like that collection of flags. There's always some where there's at least 2, sometimes 3, almost like in a close proximity, a triangle together. And I work that area, and you want to try and control those flags, and you get a lot of points, right? You get a lot of points. Not necessarily a ton of kills, but I can get 10,000 points with very low kills in a conquest game, right? You can get a lot of kills as well and be super active, but you may not get as many points because of the cap. So it's pretty cool. I found that there is a really good balance to conquest. There's a lot of different ways you can play it. Be successful in victory for your team, but also being successful in capturing and scoring a lot of points for ranking up your character. So here we are, we're 20 minutes into this conquest game now, right? Having a blast. It took us an hour to get to this point to squat up and do all that stuff, but we're here. It doesn't matter. You forget about all that. We're here. We're in it to win it. Server crashes. Server crashes. So you just lost all of your... Because the server crashed and the data is stored on the server, you just lost all your progression for that particular game. And I've had a bunch of them where I've gone 20, 30 minutes worth of progression and lost it all. And you got to remember, it was an hour lead up to that. Now you got another 30 minutes. Now we're at an hour and 30 minutes. And during the week, bam, that was it. I was done. I had to go to sleep because I had to get up and go to work. So I look forward to Friday, and a patch came out. Now we run a server, right? We have our own server. We reserved it before the game came out. When it came out, we have a 70 slot server. It's the biggest they could get. It's 64 plus 2 commanders, plus, you know, what, 4, 6, 8 spectators. So the biggest one they said that you would need to be able to do all game modes was 70 slots. So we got that. And we have it. And, you know, I've done a lot of research into learning how to use the server, how to admin the server, how to make changes. And I've set it all up. And there's things that we need to work that aren't working. There's things that now, unfortunately, I found that may have not even been working in Battlefield 3, and I didn't know this. But some of the guys who played a lot of Battlefield 3 or who had servers have responded to some of my tweets and stuff, saying, yeah, well, that, you know, those weren't really even working before, which is probably bad news that they probably won't work now. But some of the simple options were this, and this all ties in together. So we get our own server. We started it off as Rush and basically Rush game modes, 32-player Rush, because that's what we wanted to play. And we didn't have nearly the problems. I wouldn't say zero, but I would say if on Conquest we have 80% problems, on Rush we probably only have 20% problems. You see what I mean? It's almost night and day difference. There's still issues, but it seems like the smaller servers don't have nearly the problems. People were talking about sound bugs and things like that. We weren't getting those where the game went silent in Rush. I don't know if it was Rush or if it was because we were 32 players, but we weren't getting that until I jumped onto other servers that were 64-player Conquest servers, Conquest Large. Then I instantly got all the bugs they were talking about. So it seems that the higher player servers, like the 64-player servers and or Conquest game types, are the ones that have the most bugs in it, okay? The ones that are Rush and Domination and Obliteration and Diffuse and 32-player servers don't seem to have the same bugs as much. And I think it's probably the amount of players and the amount of stuff that's going on the large variant of the maps. So that being said, back to the server thing. So the idea here is, in the server, I have some options, and one of the options was basically to set a reserved player spot, which means I'd say myself and Guns, the two, we're the owners of the server, to save ourselves some reserved spots. What that means is, say we're not on, well, and it's 32 players, right? It's 32 players set up for that, or 64. It's full, it's running, good to go, right? Well, then we come on, it's like, all right, we're going to go play, we're going to squad up on our server, we want to get some games in. So when we go to join, what it's supposed to do is, the last person that joined the server, it will kick them out, because it'll have to kick 2 people out because we're joining our own server. You know, unfortunately, that sucks, but it is, you know, we actually try and admin our server with respect to the players. Like, when we're gonna stop the server, I will literally sit there and wait for the game to end and you know, like, make sure it transitions all the way into just the the first 30 seconds of the next game, and then I'll stop the server, you know, for resets or patches or map changes, whatever it is. I literally do that, and, you know, I take the time because I understand how important that those points are, and I don't want to screw those people out of all that stuff. So I'm very respectful when it comes to that. That's why, you know, when I'm talking about us doing a reserve slot with an aggressive join where it kicks out the last player, that it does suck, but we have to have that capability to go in on our own servers. Otherwise, why bother having our own server? All we're doing is we're paying, you know, $100 a month just to add another server to the mix out there, and we have no control over it. So, but that reserve slot thing, it's not working. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. So 95% of the time, I can't get on my own server. I can't join it. It's full, right? It's full because we have good game types on there. It's a great server, and it's it's a lot of people know about it, and plus it's a good option, I believe, for the quick match. People, you know, it was really active for quick match for the first week. So it's just full all the time, which is what you want to see. So, but there's no way to get on my own server. So I found myself, as much as we can, we play on there, but sometimes I have to just go and, you know, go play another server, which is crazy sounded to me. Again, this is like the disconnect that I have with PC. It's like the problem with PC that I find is getting together with your friends and playing games. You know, it's like if you're just a solo PC player, man, I like everything better about, you know, mouse and keyboard graphics, all that stuff, over console. But it's the friends thing. Playing with friends is a lot more difficult on PC. But if you're playing by yourself, you're golden. You just can join whatever server you want, quick match. It doesn't matter. And you're probably not so concerned about winning because as one player, you have a harder time winning unless you're really communicating over VoIP, the voice over IP option that's in-game. So it's funny. It's the return to commentary over gameplay, and I end up doing a really long one, but that's all right. There was a lot of information that I wanted to get out there, a lot of thoughts and emotions and stuff that's gone on over the week. And like right now, again, it's like I said, it's Saturday morning, and I'm still brewing, basically. You know, I'm upset right now. I'm literally upset right now that I can't play this game. It's Saturday. It's my day off. I've been looking forward to this. You know, I didn't take off work because I knew that the game would probably be buggy the first week, so I didn't take off time, and I can't always take off time to play a video game, you know. As much as I want to play it. Did I say this is Obliteration? I probably didn't even call out what I'm playing here. I'm terrible. Obliteration on Dawn, is it Dawnbreaker? I'm too deep into the video to remember what it is. I apologize for that, guys. That's unprofessional on my part, but like I said, I haven't done this type of commentary in a long time, and I had so much I wanted to talk about. Plus, like I said, it's frustration. I'm just frustrated. I give game developers the benefit of the doubt as much as I can, especially in something as colossal of a build as this, you know. But people always want to moan about other games that don't release betas and they come out and they're buggy. But this game came out with a long beta, right? It also had a bunch of YouTubers and media that they kept bringing into their studios and playing and let them record gameplay and hype the game up. But did anybody like test the real stuff, or was this all about media attention? You know, I would love to be one of those YouTubers that goes to EA and plays, but if it doesn't help, you know, the end result, it's like, come on, what are we really doing here? You know, a lot of the YouTubers that play this game would be very helpful in debugging the game. Not writing code, but saying, hey, look, this is wrong. Hey, this feels wrong. Hey, this is not working right. But no, they're going out there and they're getting first look and they're recording, and you know, there's a disconnect there. So I hope look, DICE has already done 4 patches on our server side. We patched last night in the middle of this chaotic nightmare play session. In 3 hours, Battlelog recorded 1 kill for me. 1 kill in like what, 100 points or something. Out of playing for 3 hours. Height of frustration for me. I want to play this so bad. I'm giving them time. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. You know, there's a lot going on here, but you know, let's hope that it gets fixed and we get to enjoy this all together. So I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. I know it was a little all over the place, but hey, sometimes that's how I am. We'll see you guys next time.